Good evening, everyone. I'm back. This is Rumba from RTA News and Bible Studies. I was out for almost a month. I wasn't well. I was in the hospital, but now I'm back by the grace of God. And praise be to God, I'm alive and I'm here. Now I want to have a piece of information. I don't know too much about America, but I want to share this with you guys. And when you listen, people across the world or anywhere in America there, you can, I hope to God what they are doing, Elon Musk and Trump and everybody, what they are doing is beneficial for you guys. Now they're discussing about this social security, and I pray God that whatever they are doing or planning to do or saying, it is very beneficial because people need some money and people have to work hard. So I believe that when they work, you know, it's fair for them to get their money. So please listen and, you know, and analyze and dissect and do what you have to do. Just listen, and I pray that whatever they are saying, it suits you guys. So thank you and have a good night. See you in the next video. So at the end of this audio, you're gonna watch and you're gonna listen keenly what this guy have to say about social security, because that thing is an issue in America. So because they want to say like some people, to what I learned, like some people don't deserve it, or some people have it that shouldn't having it, or some people might get more money, all kind of things. So please listen up. So thank you everyone and good night again.
Trump administration officials are saying that the work that they have been doing is going to provide Social Security recipients with more benefits. This is great news, and millions of people are very excited about their larger checks coming. But exactly what does this mean? When are the increases coming? And how much could you potentially see? Well, we're going to discuss all that in just a moment. The reason why this is such big news is because for the past couple years, all we kept hearing was there are going to be cuts. And it wasn't because of a new administration. It wasn't because of Republicans versus Democrats. It was simply because, as of right now, there is a very high likelihood that the Social Security Trust Fund would become insolvent, meaning there would be about a 22 to 23% cut to 72 million Americans. So, we're going to break all this down, explain what is going on, and I want to show you why what is happening right now is creating a lot of pain. Alright? So, make sure you stick around and watch this entire video, and I'll explain exactly what is going on. But first, all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now, let's begin. So for the longest time, millions and millions of Social Security recipients have been looking at their check and wondering, when are the increases coming? We see the cost of living adjustment. Okay, we see that the 2.5%, but again, this is so small. This is really small. This is providing the average beneficiary with $50 extra per month. However, if you have Medicare, there's a good chance you're losing about $15 per month on that as well. So again, a lot of issues here. But I want to show you what was said. Look at this right here. It says Elon Musk, Social Security recipients should get more money after Doge's work. Now, I want to play the clip for you, and then I want to explain what he is referring to. Okay, because this is where there's a lot of misinformation. Some people are saying that Elon Musk just promised larger payments. He didn't promise larger payments immediately. They're not coming to start in April. Okay, and again, this is an April Fool's joke. Okay, I'm serious here. If you watch my channel over the past several years, on April 1st, every single year, I'm not doing an April Fool's joke. Okay? Listen to this right here. And let me know your thoughts.
How do you reassure people that what you all are doing is not going to affect their benefits?
No, in fact, what we're doing will help their benefits. Legitimate people, as a result of the work of Doge, will receive more Social Security, not less. I want to emphasize that. As a result of the work of Doge, legitimate recipients of Social Security will receive more money, not less money.
Okay. We're going to watch a little bit more of that in just a moment, but here's the thing. What Doge is doing right now, and I've been very clear on this for several weeks, I've been saying that what the Trump administration has been saying, what multiple experts have said, even some of my sources, okay, sources that are aides to congressmen and women, some of them they're all saying the same thing, that there is going to be pain along the way. But once we get to the end goal and we make the federal government smaller, we become more efficient, we're saving money, we eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse. When we do those four things, we're going to be better off as a result. But it's in the meantime, we are going to feel pain. I want to keep playing this clip for you. Listen to this.
All right.
I want to emphasize that point and let the record show that I said this, and it will be proven out to be true. Let's check back on this in the future.
So, Washington Post, the Social Security Administration website crashed 4 times in 10 days this month because the servers were overloaded, blocking millions of retirees and disabled veterans from logging into their online accounts.
Okay. I want to touch on this one, okay? And the reason why I want to touch on this, they're going to answer this question in a minute. They explain what was going on and everything like that. Here's what you need to know. The Social Security Administration has had issues for decades. It's nothing new. They've had issues for decades. They sweep it under the rug and hope somebody else will take care of it. It doesn't happen. Normally what happens is, okay, we're having these issues. Instead of fixing the core problem, they go and hire more employees. That doesn't fix the problem. That still makes the problems happen, but there's all these employees there that they can quickly go and remedy the situation. Okay? That's normally what happens. They don't want to do that because, again, it's expensive, it's costly. So what they're trying to do is, again, make the government smaller, but make these systems more efficient. I want to show you something. Okay? This is what I want to show you. This is from Yahoo News, or Washington Post. It says, long waits, waves of calls, web crashes, Social Security is breaking down. This is what we just saw. Okay? And the reason why I'm showing you this is simple. What we continue to see over and over again is two sides of the story. From the Republican side, they say, yeah, we're going to make Social Security stronger. We're going to increase benefits. We're going to ensure that Social Security doesn't become insolvent. From the Democratic side, you see things like this. Musk eyes Social Security and benefit programs for cuts while claiming widespread fraud. Okay. Before that, the clip that I just showed you from Elon Musk, they were talking about all the fraud. They're going to talk about more fraud in a moment, but I want to show you something. While the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, is trying to make Social Security more efficient, and they're trying to make Social Security or prevent it from becoming insolvent. Okay, here's what's happening. This says Social Security employee warns people could be out of benefits for months as staffers who fix payment glitches exit. This is true. Okay, I don't want to Social Security doesn't become insolvent. From the Democratic side, you see things like this. Musk eyes Social Security and benefit programs for cuts while claiming widespread fraud. Okay. Before that, the clip that I just showed you from Elon Musk, they were talking about all the fraud. They're going to talk about more fraud in a moment, but I want to show you something. While the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, is trying to make Social Security more efficient, and they're trying to make Social Security or prevent it from becoming insolvent. Okay, here's what's happening. This says Social Security employee warns people could be out of benefits for months as staffers who fix payment glitches exit. This is true. Okay, I don't want to just give you one side of the story, not the other. According to multiple reports, yes, we could see Social Security beneficiaries see a delay in payments if the staffers who are leaving because they were let go or they just decided to leave, the staffers that leave, if they were there and they're the ones that fix those issues and those errors and those glitches, well, somebody else has to find it, or it has to be reported. They have to go and find it and fix it. It's going to take time. So, understand, this is part of the pain. If you want a bigger check in the next, maybe probably year, I was about to say 6 months. I think that's highly unrealistic. Okay, in the next year to 2 years, if you want a larger check, this is something that has to be done. We have to become more efficient. I want to show you something else. Okay, this is huge. It says Doge plans to rebuild the Social Security Administration code base in months, risking benefits and a system collapse. It says Social Security systems contain tens of millions of lines of code written in COBOL and archaic programming language. Safely rewriting that code would take years. Doge wants it done in months. Okay, so tens of millions of lines of codes. Okay, here's the thing. We have AI. We have so many other. There's some great coders and programmers, and there's some people that can do this quickly. To do, if it was supposed to take years and now it's going to take months, there could be issues here. Yeah, I don't want to lie. There could be some major issues, but I think as a system as a whole, I think it will be fine to do it in 3 to 6 months. But here's the thing. There's going to be glitches. There's going to be errors. And the only way to find those glitches and errors is you have to put the American people through it. You have to test it out. There needs to be some beta testing. And if we don't have the testing before this big old launch, it could potentially shut everything down. Okay? I want to keep playing you this clip though. Listen to this.
Freaked people out. Is that going to change?
Yes, we're going to make sure that the website stays online.
Yeah. I mean, but is it a result of going in there or something you're doing?
No. The amount of issues that were with the Social Security system are enormous. As an example, there are over 15 million people that are over the age of 120 that are marked as alive in the Social Security system.
And that's an accurate figure.
Yes.
Correct.
15 million.
Correct. This has been something that's been identified as a problem, again, pre-existing problems since 2008 at least, from an IG report. So there were some great people working at the Social Security Administration that found this, 2008, and nothing was done. And so 15 to 20 million Social Security numbers that were clearly fraudulent were floating around that can be used only for bad intentions. There'd be no way to use those for good intentions. And so one of the things the Doge team is doing is carefully and very methodically looking at those and making sure that any fraudulent ones are eliminated.
Brad Smith.
Okay. So what he just said, he said there are 15 million Social Security numbers over the age of 120 years old. This has been going on since 2008, so that puts us, 17 years ago. That's when the first report was. But here's the reason why this is important. If we would have fixed the issues as we went along, the issues wouldn't be so big. Think about this for a second, right? You get home from work every day, you take your work clothes off, you throw on new clothes, but you take your clothes and you throw them just somewhere on the floor. Okay, just somewhere on the floor. Let's say you do this for an entire month. Every single day, you take your work clothes off, you throw them on the floor. You take your pajamas off, you throw them on the floor. Okay? You take your day clothes off, right, or your stuff, your lounging clothes, you throw them on the floor. Eventually what happens after the end of 30 days, after the end of 1 month, you got this mound of clothes that just looks massive. How am I ever going to pick it up for one? How am I ever going to wash that much in one load? You're not going to do it, right? It won't be clean. That's essentially what's happening here. You got to go and pick at it piece by piece. Okay, I got to take one load of laundry, go do it. Do the next load of laundry, go do it. Next load of laundry, go do it. Right? Then after that, I got to wash it. I got to dry it. I have to fold it, I have to put it away. Okay? A lot of different steps here. That's essentially what's happening now. We are trying to fix decades of issues quickly. It's going to take time. And it's going to be annoying. It's going to be painful. It's going to be punishing. That's what we're going to experience. But here's the reason why I'm showing you all this right now. Because when are we going to see these increases? Because according to Elon Musk, he says Social Security recipients should get more money after Doge's work. Well, how are they going to get more money? Is he just referring to the insolvency date where we could see a 22 to 23% cut? No. According to multiple sources, that yes, that is part of it. That's the long-term plan. But Elon Musk isn't going to be around in the next 8 to 9 years. Physically, yes, I think he's still around. Okay, but as far as him being around in the federal government, I don't think so. Okay, he's not going to be there. He says Social Security recipients should get more money after Doge's work. Well, how are they going to get more money? Is he just referring to the insolvency date where we could see a 22 to 23% cut? No. According to multiple sources, that yes, that is part of it. That's the long-term plan. But Elon Musk isn't going to be around in the next 8 to 9 years. Physically, yes, I think he's still around. Okay, but as far as him being around in the federal government, I don't think so. Okay, he's not going to be there. He's going to be running his companies. He's not going to be part of the federal government. He's going to be leaving after this month. Okay, in May he's done. So here's what you need to understand. What Elon Musk is referring to is how can we make sure that Social Security recipients get more money, but also the Social Security Trust Fund does not become insolvent. The best way to do that is, number one, you become more efficient. Number two, and this is a big one, this is huge, we have to eliminate those people that are trying to fraudulently get other people's checks. Okay? We have to get rid of those. We can't have people doing that. That's what he's trying to prevent. So yes, in the meantime, it's going to make it harder if you want to change your address, you want to change your banking information, that it's going to make it a little bit harder. You're going to have to go and provide proof that you are who you say you are. And it's going to make it more difficult for many people. But here's the big one. When are we going to see these increases? This is why I said it will likely be in a year, potentially 2 years. And how much is it going to be? Well, this is where things get interesting. First off, why a year to 2 years? Well, there has to be legislation here. Because Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency are going to find ways to save money. They're going to find ways to, preserve what we have. Stop giving checks to people that should never received a check to begin with. But not only that, once they do that and they find the money and they ensure that, okay, we don't have $1.6 trillion going out this year. Maybe we got 1.3 because the other $300 billion was fraudulently being taken, stolen. Once he does that, there's going to be a bigger push, and we've already seen it over the past 2 years. There's going to be an even greater push to move from the cost of living adjustment, the way it's calculated now, with the consumer price index from urban wage earners, from moving away from that and the CPI-E for the elderly. Once they do that, and I don't know for sure, okay, but once they do that, it's going to increase your cost of living adjustment for that year. But if they go and retroactively put it back for 2 to 3 years and go with the CPI-E, that could substantially increase your cost of living adjustments. So that right there is the good news. That the only reason they haven't done it so far is because there's an insolvency date just 9 years down the road. But if we can push that insolvency date back and we can ensure that Social Security has the money, then we could see larger benefits. So again, that's what they're talking about right now. To stop the discussions of insolvency, which means you don't see a 22 to 23% cut. That's huge. In addition, we could also discuss the CPI-E and changing the way that the cost of living adjustment is calculated. That's another big one. If we have those two things, that's going to be a substantial increase. Okay? That's going to be massive for millions and millions of Americans. So we'll see what happens moving forward. All I can tell you right now is that's what they're telling us, so that is what we know. But as soon as we get more information on this, I promise I will bring you all the latest news and updates as soon as we get it. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next.